Hello, today we'll be going into the woods with nature. I am only saying it like this because I feel like it, but we are talking about the wolf boy Razor. Now let's begin. Razor is a playable electro character in Genshin Impact. Abandoned as an infant, Razor was taken in by the Wolf of the North, Andreas, and raised by his wolf pack in wolfdom. After an chance encounter with Varka, the current Grand Master of the Knights of Eronius and the Knights of Boreas, he was slowly starting to integrate with humans again. Razor is a male character in Genshin Impact. His weapon is a claymore, and his element is electro. Razor's birthday is September 9th. His constellation is Lupus Minor. Razor's nation is Mondstadt. He has an affiliation with Woodendom, mainly the Wolf of the North, Andreas. Razor's special dish is Poppy da Paw hash browns, a variant of the Mondstadt hash brown. Razor was released as a playable character on September 20th, 2020. Razor's four localized languages is Talk Haferberg in English, Shuai Zhou in Chinese, Koki Uchiyama in Japanese, and Kim So Young in Korean. Razor goes by 3 titles: Wolf Boy, Legend of Woodendom, and Little Wolfie by Lisa. Razor is a boy with long, spiky gray hair, bright red eyes, and pale skin. He has several scars on his body, including one of his left cheek, and several on his arms, as a result of his time living in the wild with his wolf family. Razor wears green camouflage pants, an orange poncho-like shirt, dark boots, and a dark hooded coat decorated with belts. His accessories are a tube necklace, thumbless orange gloves, and 1 gold earring on his left ear. His outfit, Wild Sprint, is described to be as rough and ready clothes suited for running out into the wilderness. Razor is a generally good-natured person who considers his wolf pack his family and becomes enraged if they are hurt by other parties. He loves his wolf family but dislikes the fact that he isn't fully like them, being an infant taken in by the leader of the wolf pack, Andreas. While he barely sees any fellow humans traveling in Woodendom due to the fearsome reputation, he considers the few humans he does encounter to be his friends and is willing to protect them from danger if it means sacrificing his and his pack's dinner for the night. Razor is also a quick thinker, as he is able to fix Key's disasters whenever she goes to play in Wolfendom. Razor is honest and foresight. Due to his limited exposure to human life, he is not used to speaking, or others speaks in short phrases and words, finding it troublesome, but he continues nonetheless. Like the rest of his wolf family, Razor enjoys eating meat and shows an aversion to most vegetables, only preferring potatoes. He gets along with Bennett well for that reason, and the two typically spend most of their time together talking. Steel Fang is Razor's normal attack. The normal attack performed up to 4 constructive strikes, while the charge attack drains stamina over time to perform continuous swirl attacks against all nearby opponents. At the end of the sequence, performs a more powerful slash, and the plummeting attack plunges from mid-air to strike the ground, damaging opponents along the path and dealing an AoE damage upon impact. Claw and Thunder is Razor's elemental skill. He can hunt his prey using the techniques taught to him by his master and his Lupical. The press swirls the Thunder Wolf Claw, dealing electro damage to opponents in front of Razor. Upon striking an opponent, Razor gains an electro seal, which increases his energy rechange rate. Razor can have up to 5 electroseals, simulating generating a new electroseel, refreshing their duration. The hold gathers electroenergy to unleash a lightning storm over a small AoE, causing massive electro damage, and clears all of Razor's electroseals. Each electroseel cleared in this manner will be converted into energy for Razor. Lightning Fang is Razor's elemental burst. It summons a wolf within, which deals electro damage to all opponents nearby. This clears all of Razor's electroseals, which will be converted into elemental energy for him. The wolf within will fight alongside Razor for the skill's duration. The wolf within can use strikes alongside Razor's normal attacks, dealing electro damage. Razor's ATK, SPD, and Electro RES causes Razor to be immune to damage inflicted by the electro charge status, disables Razor's charge attacks, increases Razor's resistance to interruption. There are effects and when Razor leaves the battlefield. When Razor leaves the field, a maximum of 10 energy will be returned to him based on the duration remaining on the skill. Awakening is Razor's first Ascension passive skill. It decreases Claw and Thunder's CD by 18%. Using Lightning Fang resets the CD of Claw and Thunder. Hunger is Razor's fourth Ascension passive skill. When Razor's energy is below 50%, it increases energy rechange by 30%. Woven Sprint is Razor's utility passive skill. It decreases sprinting stamina and consumption of your characters in the party by 20%. Not stackable with passive talents that proven the same effects. Razor is a boy whose identity is surrounded in mystery. He lives in Wolfendom and is rarely spotted by the citizens of Mondstadt. According to a handful of eyewitnesses' accounts, Razor has neared senses and is highly agile traveling the forest at breakneck speed. He is often seen in the company of his wolf pack, while generally avoiding contact with humans. Some speculate that he was an orphan raised by the wolves, while others say he is a wolf spirit that has taken on human form. Such rumors only add to the mystery of the Wolf Boy, as the citizens of Mondstadt call him. Meanwhile, Razor the Wolf Boy stands all the while on the hilltops with his head held high, basking in the warm sunlight. Razor lives among the wolves at night and day. All of them are as close to Razor as they could possibly be. Which wolf has the loudest howl? Which wolf runs the fastest? Which wolf is the best at ambushing? There isn't a wolf Razor doesn't know. He can sense the mood of the wind, smell a scent from miles away, and knows many particular applications for plants of all kinds. The one thing he can't bring to mind is the faces of his parents. What kind of people were they? No matter how hard he tries, he couldn't remember. His memory starts after his life with the wolves had already begun. The wolves took him in as part of their lupacol, a word he was taught by someone else, which means family. Tiny singing things are flying in the sky. The clouds are long and fluffy like a wolf's tail. Razor's words is a simple one. On a day, you run around hunting or try and beat your breath to the ripe fruits, or the rainy day, you hide out in a hollow tree and fall asleep, hugging a furry lippin friend with some grass and leaves for a pillow. Eat as much as you can and drink plenty of water. cool off in a lake when you're hot, or go find some juicy berries when you are thirsty. Razor looks at his body then and all the bodies of his kin. He knows he is different from them, but there's nothing wrong with that, as far as Razor is concerned. One day, a tall man came to the mountains and disrupted Razor's peaceful life. Razor did not know who the man was, only that he was human. Seeing that the confusion look on Razor's face, the man gave him a friendly smile. "Hey buddy, why don't you come down to Mondstadt with me?" The man offered his hand to Razor as he spoke, but neither Razor nor the wolves understood the gesture. Feeling protective, the woods placed themselves between Razor and the man to keep him away. Razor ducked it down beneath the wolves' furry tails. He looked at his body, and then peered out through the gaps in the wolves' fur to get a look at the man's. Razor knew he wasn't the most intelligent of beings and was at a loss to answer the question that has been in his mind ever since that day. I am a human or a wolf. It was that man who gave Razor his name. The simple wolf boy could not understand the intellectuals of human language, but he knew from the look of the man's face when he pierced this sound, the man was giving him a name, Razor. Shadows cast by the trees of wolfendom grew short, and then grew long again. The man taught Razor how to swing a sword, unwillingly through the steel claw may be. The thought Razor it was at least sharp enough to cut through the branches. Now you can protect yourself and your friends. Razor limited the sounds of the man without understanding what they meant. Simply, he did not understand why the names of things were all important in the first place. After all, he never learned the name of that man before he left. "Master, what is friends?" Razor once asked of his new mentor. Working at the limits of his vocabulary, his purple-colored mentor seemed to know it a lot, from how to make hash browns from potatoes in the ground, to the name of the brightest star in the summer night sky. However, Lisa simply smiled and yawned without answering him. Razor thought about it when the wind blew, when the rain fell, even when wolfhook berries got started in the fur. He just couldn't figure it out. Until one day, Razor met a bright red bunny girl. They stood in the wind together, got soaked in the rain together. She even rolled around in the wolfhook bushes with him. Her name was Clee. When Razor played with her, it was like being a wolf pup again. Friends is Lubicol. Razor may not understand the complexity of human relationships, but he has an honest primal loyalty to him. So protect friends, Lubicol with life. The wolf pack howls in the distance, summoning him a home. Razor still does not know if he is a human or a wolf, but he is happy either way. In a box so crudely made that one has to be an extra careful when opening it lies Razor's greatest treasures. The broken off hilt of the great sword, a children's storybook called The Wolf and the Wheel Aster, and a dry windflower leaf cover. Though he understands neither the indicators of human relationships nor those ways of the words, Razor knows that these are gifts from the ones known as friends, and that is what makes them his most treasured possessions of all. The story of how Razor got his vision is one of the few memories that he wishes he could forget. One day during a lightning storm, an abyss mage ambushed Razor from behind and dragged him away. The wolf pack ran to his aid and put up a fierce fight. But every last one of them was defeated by the abyss mage. As he looked on helplessly as his dear companions being harmed, Razor let out a mighty roar like that of a concerned animal, Lupercal. Fueled by his mighty fury, a lightning strike power grew inside, and suddenly an overload of elemental energy was flowing within him. He was ready to protect. He was ready to avenge. He drew off his shackles and raised his weapon. The Abyss Mage was overwhelmed and defeated by wild, unfearless fuzzy of electrical energy. But this time it was too late to save Razor's woven companions. Though he had obtained a vision, Razor was still unable to manipulate electrical energy with finance. One day, many moons later, when he met the Witch of the Purple Rose, Lisa, he began to study human knowledge. Friends hurt. Never again. I will protect them. With each day, Razor grew more skilled in the use of his vision. He made a silent promise to himself. I will become stronger. I will become the strongest of them all, because that day may come when his Lupercal faces another threat, and this time he will protect them. The name Razor is described as an instrument with a sharp blade or compilation of blades used to remove unwanted hair from the face or body, or just another word to use for a sharp blade in general. His constellation, Lupus Minor, means lesser wolf in Latin. Fact 1. The person who gave Razor his name and taught him how to use claymores is Grandmaster Raga. Fact 2. In Lisa's Chinese about Razor voiceover line, she calls him Little Wolfie. In Chinese, it's Xiaolanlang, which means Little Wolf Wolf. She simply calls him by this name in English. Fact 3. Razor's Chinese name, Laizé, means thunderpool and could be an alliteration to his electrical vision. Now we have come to the end of Razor's information. Next time we'll be talking about Rosaria. So let's not get caught by being suspicious around her. Anyways, see you next time.